the greatest city on earth, one that will live in eternity. Like brothers from She-Wolf that drink, we should rule it in civil fraternity. With minds and riches and names combined, for the greatest of purpose we are aligned. The time for republics is past, the future of Rome unsurpassed. Built in a day, you wanna be in history, boy, you gotta pay. For we are the marble where rest is but clay. As ages will pass, our name's gonna stay. First Crassus, the richest in history. How he got his wealth ain't no mystery. He'll buy your home after arsony. Better pay up or face up to vagrancy. Then Pompey was a consul of Rome, the one that made Spartacus atone. Ain't nothing generic about this general. His friendship with Julie forever eternal. And Caesar, your king's named after him. While you sleep, the man's been conquering. Some pirates, they gonna get crucified. Some Gauls, shall we say, pacified. Built in a day, you wanna be in history, boy, you gotta pay. For we are the marble where rest is but clay. As ages will pass, our name's gonna stay. No senators, consuls, or men of cheap thrills shall stand in the way of our combined wills. It is greatness to which we aspire. Democracy's dry, let's empire. For a while I will clear. Parthia's looking good this time of year. Not born with a crown, but one I wanna wear. Those horse archers, they better beware. Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus.
Not an emperor, just first among equals. The republic was merely a prequel. The savior of Rome, the son of divine. You've all read the will, just taking what's mine. Returned the eagles and brought back the order. Your empire is big, I've doubled the border. Perhaps you may see me as contradiction. No problem, we'll add the prescription. My father avenged at Philippi. Unfortunate day for the Bruti. My will was enacted in Actium. Egypt brought into Imperium. Bad at commanding, is that what they say? Yes, I've heard some whispers from graves. But know that to himself, elevate. A good leader learns to delegate.
Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus.
A good leader learns what he can control, and family must play a pivotal role. Yet fates did conspire that I was denied, and no peace of mind was therein supplied. My daughter acquired a reputation for frivolity, lust, and indignation. Not one to be put on pedestal, quite far from a virgin vestal. And when it comes to succession, it's a funerary procession. An heir and a spare rule for centuries does not work against bloodthirsty destiny. So I have resolved to live long and ponder. Find Livia, bring forth your wonder. Our work's too important, no room to trip up. Not every man's made as Agrippa.
Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus, Hail Augustus.
In the end, republic's a small price to pay for stability, temples and bountiful days. For people that call out prosperity, they don't mind a bit of autocracy. There's no true virtue without legacy. Ain't no empires made without hypocrisy. You have to concentrate, power so vast. If you seek to build something that lasts, mobs and loyalists, they all have their urges. I offer you remedy, bribes and purges. For why wield a sword when you can bring coin? Why have divisions when you can be joined? And if there are souls that still yearn for protest, then curse them along with that pitiful forest. And all that is done for greater good. Pax Romana. honor, a standard for ages that stood.
Hail Augustus! Hail Augustus! Hail Augustus!
So, have I played my part well? Then applaud.
Our state is one of ancient tradition. To make great men, get a wolf to feed them, an empress, a goddess, a dutiful mother, a weak-willed lady. There's plenty of others, yet this one's for me and not my boy. Wasting his line in a palace of toys, the first of too many in history. A billionaire's out of debauchery. Oh, there's plenty of tales of our dynasty, less that don't stretch credibility. On scrolls it is written, poison is queen, a fanciful tale, an old man's dream. My blood runs ancient, of will and iron, work's my weapon, theirs is crying. A lesson here, where empire's made. It's great men who work, lesser speculate. So tell me your troubles. When you were 16, I was married in wars and not yet a queen. Oh, we use different titles, but truth is the same. For us that rule millions with power and name. Our road to glory does not start with mirth. When gods roll the dice and woman's your birth, but through strength, charm and necessity. With first among equals and equality. Though for ages my tale in your memory. For our sex, a thing of much rarity. For a woman to once again grace a coin. Centuries will pass, a succession of groins and an empress. Not for half a millennia, unless you bring takes from academia. The little sun cultists, not sure if we claim. I like their grand better, girl knew the game. So I've lived for 7 and 80, a model of duty and propriety. I've run empires, minds, and families, the domina of untold destinies. But now come the times of less dignity, of unfinished men and insanity. So keep your eyes open while your lips are closed, as figs are not quite the worst way to go.
Tis the island of the mist, where the battle shall be waged, on the shores between this world and that of gods. Old Neptune and his cohorts stand there mightily enraged, but your emperor will tell them where to sword. You have fought against the Gauls and the senators of old. You have marched to northern shores in my formation, to take part in the tale for millennia foretold, for the glory of the Rome, for the nation. We shall seize and we shall plunder amongst the shores and drum in thunder, for glory of the Rome we fight against the Neptune and his fishes. Take his spoils and gather riches. No god to mortals are there. can slay. Will crash against you, spare no wrath, my fellow men. Raise your shields, aim your spears, hold the line. Against the merfolk and the nymphs, give no mercy to the kraken. Call your foe, seize their mind, crush their spine. It is clash of the gods, Neptune fights against your Jove. Behold your divine ruler, hold my thunder. The fish folk will scatter, there's no hiding in this cove. As your emperor tears all opposed asunder. We shall seize and we shall plunder amongst the shores and drum in thunder. For glory of the Rome we fight against the Neptune and his fishes. Take his spoils and gather riches. No gods or mortals are there we can slay. As old Neptune brings his booty, our coffers we shall fill. To the lands of untold glory, oh, to bring you there I will. Rome's appetite is boundless, yet that shall too we fill. Let Kronos fear our might, as even time will tremble still. We shall seize and we shall plunder amongst the shores and drum in thunder. For glory of the Rome we fight against the Neptune and his fishes. Take his spoils and gather riches. No gods or mortals are there we can slay.
So who's your favorite emperor out of the dozens who ruled the Rome? Well, most will say it's Augustus. The first one's equal among us. He found the brick and left it marble. Begone the thoughts, let virtue sparkle. He ended them damn civil wars and became a god among the stars. But I say course, it's Claudius. Claudius. Pull down the curtain, it's Claudius. The best of princeps, Optimus. Now you might claim it's Trajan, and I do hear what you're saying. Trajan's time was well spent warring to empire's greatest extent. He was a man of mighty size. He built the column, his greatest prize. One of the 5 good emperors, and one with a damn good successor. But I say course, it's Claudius. Claudius. Pull down the curtain, it's Claudius. The best of princeps, Optimus. Oh, he rose from fallen obscurity and led his state to prosperity. From ashes left by the little boots in empire's guard, oh Claudius stood. He brought them Britons into the fold. His body weak, but his mind true gold. The man may walk with a bit of a limp, but his rule was that of a true pimp. But I'll say course, it's Claudius. Claudius. Pull down the curtain, it's Claudius. The best of princeps, Optimus.
want you, I want you, and I want your friend. The night's still young and I'm not spent. I will not break, but I will surely bend. So come to me before for more I send. They might call me a she-wolf, an empress in the streets, an actress in the sheets. But baby, the writing's deceitful, for my prowess much more than the scrolls can hold. I'm not a woman of inhibition, I am a lady of competition. So find me your best lady of the night, I'll take her and best her with all my might. I want you, and I want your friend. The night's still young and I'm not spent. I will not break, but I will surely bend. So come to me before for more I send. A priest and a senator walk into a bar, but they met me so they didn't go far. Make room for another, a soldier or farmer, 'cause this empress is a singular charmer. 25 is the current score, but darling, you know I'm aching for more. 2 dozen counting and bodies not sore. So bring forth more men for the lady to adore. I want you, and I want your friend. The night's still young and I'm not spent. I will not break, but I will surely bend. So come to me before for more I send. Before for more I send.
One of us, yeah, yeah. One of us, oh yeah. One of us, yeah, yeah. Not one of them, hell no. One of us, yeah, yeah. One of us, oh yeah. One of us, yeah, yeah. Not one of them, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, leaders, fiends, and countrymen, shine some light on an age-old stratagem. You think that one bright day your fortune will rise, but bam boy, you'll all be surprised. Can you trace your name through generations of fathers and palace, not incarcerations? Were you born in a cradle with midwives and slaves, or with half of your people lying in unmarked graves? Is a street one of statues ordained with domes? No, I call harbors and tanners my home. Sure, you are free men, free to aspire, free to be fit for a noble's desire. But you have more common with man on the cross than the tyrant of lip who you're calling boss. They will tell you your work feeds the legions, they will tell you your toil brings Rome regions. But more in common with man and the goal than those who persecute us all. One of us, yeah, yeah. One of us, oh yeah. One of us, yeah, yeah. Not one of them, hell no. One of us, yeah, yeah. One of us, oh yeah. One of us, yeah, yeah. I'm not one of them, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What you pledge to nefarious, like man who brought crabs to Tiberius. Not Greek, but here's divination. There's no true rise in your station. How many Celtic queens does it take for corrupted land to fall and break? For destiny to unencumber, for us to overwhelm with numbers. The empire's but a giant machine. It grinds not grain, but people's dreams built by our hands, not those in command. From calls to battle, where will you stand? Will it be men in snail-colored robes, in golden wreaths, no blisters on souls? Or will it be many less fortunate souls, the legion of people no longer controlled? One of us, yeah, yeah, one of us, oh yeah, one of us, yeah, yeah, not one of them, hell no. One of us, yeah, yeah, one of us, oh yeah, one of us, yeah, yeah, not one of them, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. This story is not one of prosperity, but of souls only rich in austerity. For they will be judged by posterity, by those they deem without dignity. One of us, yeah, yeah. One of us, oh yeah. This story is not one of prosperity, but of souls only rich in austerity. For they will be judged by posterity, by those they deemed without dignity. This man is short, man who tall. What comes up must then soon fall. Ain't no life that's lost too small. Our tales there right on your wall. If you screw with fire, prepare to get burned. So it says on the city to ashes that turn. Yeah, some things age well like regional wine, when kept and stored in merciless time. And so it is with unfortunate city. From tragedy rise 1,000 the stories of the average man of the Roman nation, their hopes and dreams and aspirations. Fornication ain't just great men and emperors, got the soldiers, regulars and traitors too. Slaves and farmers, men blind and mutes, from the highest doctor to the prostitute. There's men short and men who tall. What comes up must then soon fall. Ain't no life that's lost too small. Our tales there right on your wall. Takes one man to rule, takes a million to build. For being human, no, not gotta feel no guilt. Now, who makes a city next to a burning grave? Men who need money, home and futures paved. To each according to ability, with opportunity, ports and fertility. Same as you, we hustled and struggled there. The going's tough, there ain't no time to beware. But every man still has a mark to leave, to be heard, a need for the mind to heed. Pick up the chalk, paint, and make your mark before the fires come, before the night gets dark. There's men short and men who tall. What comes up must then soon fall. Ain't no life that's lost too small. Our tales there right on your wall. So we lived and fought here in these lands. Ash will cover, but no time's burning sands. For the sleeping 1,000 times forever still, buried under God's nature's final will. Send your prayers for skies to penetrate, for walls holding writings not there to educate. Men who brag about furnace who fornicate, and instructions on where to defecate. And though conquered, our city's walls still stand, guarding people's loves, jokes, and crass demands. So mind you, traveler, if you're ever near, we two men, friends forever, we're here.
Nine and 6 to 192. Not born in purple, but purples do. True precepts for Romans true. Good times can last when good people do. One selected for ripe old age, a man to survive to hold the post. On Flavians, we turn the page to memory damn feast of rude hosts. A rift between armies and ceremony, and kingmakers seeking their fortune only. This project's too great for acrimony. The gearing of power must come to worthy. Our greatness ain't passed through the blood. Bets on virtue, they're not an option, so that after me there won't be flood. I select the best for adoption. Two, the noblest of commanders, a lover of men and much loved in turn. One of empire's greatest expanders, a general even by senate unspurned. An army tent, there's no better home. Let's do some heroics for a spire so tall. Some climb kingdoms, carve a buffer zone. My name, a plant upon every wall. A new province made out of Dacia. Its spoils invested for the future to be. For whomever now deigns to rule Patria, more fortune than him be better than me. 9 and 6 to 192. Not born in purple, but purples do. True precepts for Romans true. Good times can last when good people do. Third, my name on the walls you've heard. In cries of senators and rebels it's wailed. I brought back the Helens and brought back the beards. Ambition is good, but reason prevails. It's now time for us to consolidate, to fatten well our butter on bread, to visit each our province of state, for the virtues of Greeks to be spread. My affections you'll know for thousands of years, and my soul the temple of human excesses, like stones on the wall not to disappear. A succession plan made for future successes. Fourth, a man of much compromise, a friend of the Senate and even of slaves, the ruler who knows how to organize. No rashness here, time to strategize. The best conflict is one avoided. The eternal city's too fine to leave. Our borders strong to be defended. The army's good, no need to see. A second Tiberius, but less full of vice. Too much waiting's my only fail. Find a bring sword, but best bring advice. At least you'll have money when times grow pale. Fifth, the man of meditations, unsurpassed in learning and contemplation. We don't choose the times, we choose decisions. So be true to times, not to superstition. The soul is dyed in the colors of its thoughts. I yearn to write more, but the duty calls. For the virtuous state, wars must be fought. Plagues will come, but our lands will not fall. Time's hard, but fortune's in staying true. For the state, the people, and burden of rule, I served where others would have reigned, and what's to come, I won't be entertained. 9 and 6 to 192. Not born in purple, but purples do. True precepts for Romans true. Good times can last when good people do.
adopt two. A sixth good emperor's due after Marcus. Marcus, no.
Wars, plagues, and even goals. We had a good run, now got too far. Short men come, ambitions tall, empires done, and curtains call. So what's the dumbest thing you've ever bought? What's the worst your action ever wrought? Sure, let's put the empire up for sale. A plan pure trash and doomed to fail. We don't negotiate with Praetorian guard. Least loyal in world, that's their one award. You've ascended, cool, now pay us gold. World gets tough when the worst turn bold. Now we have 5 rulers and the year's half done, but lack of smart's neither forgotten nor gone. At least we'll join one grand tradition. Got a fratricide to get your name a mission. Wars, plagues, and even goals. We had a good run, now got too far. Short men come, ambitions tall, empires done, and curtains call. 3 Gordians tied up in a knot. Got fresh new challengers on the block. Some men so big but wits too short, claiming thrones like it's some common sport. Here's the logic for those of great ambition: ain't no virtue to find for sedition. If you can rule a soldier's camp, your face looks great on a coinage stamp. What a way to celebrate millennium. Kick your empire right in perineum. And when well-famed becomes your strife, then borders crash with long-held gripes. Wars, plagues, and even goals. We had a good run, now got too far. Short men come, ambitions tall, empires done, and curtains call. Takes a moment to break and decades to mend. When brothers fight, blood's not cheap to spend. When we come at last to common goal, then sick and weakened banners fold. 3 empires now in place of one. A Caesar captured, tortured, done. Too many heroes lie, their lives betrayed. Throne of Amazons paved with Roman graves. The empire's might now lies eclipsed. It's like grown tired and bewitched. But the night lies darkest for the dawn. Sun was promised, morning's bound to come.
In the darkness of 3rd century, loss of hope, light and dignity. From ashes to bring back Imperium, we summon you, Holy Aurelian. God Emperor, set to play human role. Watch shattered lies to bring back whole. Restoring the world is quite the task. Bring forth the sword and don your mask. Of the night that covers me, where empires one now split in 3. Where once was a dream, that dream of Rome, Sol Invictus, the unconquered soul. All usurpers we shall burn away, banish night and come back glory days. Our gold's been too long devalued, our walls we once more secure. His way now through the east, his rage that of the unleashed beast. Bring ashes there where once lay towns, and bring back our usurped crowns. Usurp a queen in golden chains, the fallen dignity retain. Her province comes with that old prize, our food doles back now and plus sized. And we turn our wrath now to the west. Remains last, by no means best. A Gallic Roman Empire, was there ever more purging required? The impostor beaten and captured, but for soul time soon to rapture. For the lesser man scared of blinding light, made to envy and fear a man's life so bright. But what's not mortal can never die, so think of that when you turn to sky. Man was called, summoned and answered. Don't cry that it's gone, smile it happened.
Rome has perished, so the eunuch told. The city not chicken, you stain of mold, will fall again, come decades later, as powers held by fools and traitors. Tell me how we fell and I will tell you who you are. Is it faith, the morals, or people come from far? Or is it decades of strife and negligence? Unchecked ambition, not intelligence. Has the heavens' judgment come at last over slavers, nobles, injustice past? Or is it people resigned now not to dream, thinking present greed, not of future's gleam? In a century of dirt comes a man of purest gold. In a land of men inert beats a heart so brave and bold. His name we praise, remember, that's Majorian the Great. Roma's final true defender, beaten down, lies now betrayed. He studied arts of war and the histories of old, to reconquer lands of plenty and the land of bitter cold. He will gratify the Senate, he will introduce the laws. Better honor our old marble, or you'll lose those thieving paws. We'll avenge against the Vandals, we'll reduce the Gothic horde. We shall tax the fattened bellies, so that bread you can afford. Rome will see new generations for our land to long defend, and we'll arm them for the nation. Altar fighters now ascend. His mind like that of Marcus, and his arm Aurelians. In the age of high disgrace, the last of true Romans. So his fall is there determined, not to held by vicious streams. As the burning ships sink deep, only darkness future brings. In a century of dirt comes a man of purest gold. In a land of men inert beats a heart so brave and bold. His name we praise, remember, that's Majorian the Great. Roma's final true defender, beaten down, lies now betrayed. Discovery of a great
steeple. Is this what fortune's folly brings? An eagle with two broken wings, a line of rulers long deceased, a virtue fallen and diseased. Oh, the sun will rise in east, the light of Rome will never cease. For what is ruined, rebuild once more. The men are gone, but souls endure. For what will you remember us? The marble roads or the infamous? Will it be our cruelties, inequalities and slavery? Will it be the poets that inspired, heroes who fought and never tired? Or the souls that rose from nothingness, those who tried to save and to protect? Perhaps it's those that wield the sword, who delight in miseries untold. As we're just like the human soul, two sides of coin, one let one go. Oh, the sun will rise in east, the light of Rome will never cease. For what is ruined, rebuild once more. The men are gone, but souls endure. And yet we're here with your heart still, both fortunes ours and constant ills. Your laws are written with our quills, your passions, rules, and even thrills. Look at your temples and your courts, your modern legions and your forts. We touch you through the centuries, until we all are history.